Hi, I'm Tony. You know, I ran into an old friend that I haven't seen in about 10 years, and they noticed that I'd gained some weight, and I explained it away. I said, well, I gained the weight because the old band was getting together, and I wanted to be in it. And they said, you gained weight to be in a rock and roll band? No, I didn't gain weight to be in a rock and roll band. The weight came after they rejected me, and then came the depression, self-loathing, and binge eating. A sustained period
of binge eating.
I was in line at the grocery store, and this lady was explaining away to the other lady next to her how she had this colic on the top of her head and it made it look like a bald spot.
Well, I guess I got the biggest damn colic in the world.
How do I explain away these? Well, I got the other two. I might as well complete the Mr. Whipple collection. Don't squeeze the Charmin, people. Today's episode is going to have a little bit of a confession aspect to it, as it's been a few weeks since I've had an episode of Fat and Bald with Glasses, and that's because after I crossed the 50-pound barrier, my attention probably went more towards the mouse rescue videos than it should have, and I had a little bit of procrastinating. Halloween happened. I started out very well, but once the holiday actually came and went, there was a lot of leftover candy. And, well, I had some. I wouldn't say full-out binge, but I have been having some. But I need to stop and get back to business. Doing a sustained weight loss it's not an easy thing. Even if you know how to do it and you know what to do, it's easy to fall astray. So as we get back into it, I'm going to talk about the main thing you need to do to stay on course. And that's keep the foods that you have on your program available to yourself. So we're going to review how to stay stocked up on your stuff. And I'm going to show you what I do to do that. Because I'm getting back on the program, folks, and I'm going to lose that last 50 pounds to get to that goal.
So let's go!
The keys to success on keto are having the things available to eat that are on your program, readily available and at your fingertips for when you want them. So what I have here, this is a 10-pound box of wild-caught pollock fillets that I purchased at the Restaurant Depot, and it was about $20 for 10 pounds of fish. These fillets are boneless, skinless, ready to cook. Beautiful, delicious white fish. So I'm going to prep them and get them in the freezer so that when I want to cook them, I just got to grab them and throw them on the grill. Okay, so the way I wrap up this fish, I get some foil, I have a little bit of olive oil, and my lemon pepper, and I basically just wrap the fillets up and put them in the freezer, and I can just throw them on the grill when I want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prep up this entire box and have it in the freezer. Okay, so this box of wild-caught pollock fillets netted 24 fillets ready for the grill. And like I said, it was about $20, so that's less than $1 per fillet. These are big fillets. Each one of these is a meal. That's a great value. I bought them at Restaurant Depot. All right, so the fish, they go right into the freezer like that, wrapped in the foil. And then when it's time to cook them, I like to cook them outside on the grill. That way it doesn't smell up the house with fish smell. And they're quite good. It cooks off all the fishiness, and you can eat them in the house with the rest of the family and not gross them out too badly. I'm going to cook some for you right now. Look at the grill. Look at our temperature gauge. It's hot. We're hot. We're ready to go. Here's the fish. As you can see, it's still frozen solid. So when I say they go on frozen, I was not lying to you. And what we do is we shut the lid and we watch that temperature gauge. And what I do is whenever I see that temperature gauge go up above 550, that's when I flip them. Watching that temperature, time for a flipper.
It's starting to cook. I can see the juices starting to come out of them. I'm trying to be careful here. Get under them. Just flip it. Get under them. Flip it. Like so. And that is how you cook them. Oh, a couple of burgers have joined the party. The fish is for me, though. Oh, look at that flame broiled goodness. I guess the biggest difference between cooking hamburgers and cooking fish is the more the hamburgers get done, the firmer they get, and with the fish, the closer they are to being done, the more they fall apart.
And here is the final product. Perfectly cooked, flaky, seasoned, and let's see how it tastes.
All right. It's delicious. It's good.
We're going to wrap it up here, folks. I guess the main message here is if you have a setback, don't let it be the end. Just dust yourself off and get back on the program and keep the things that you're allowed to have available and at arm's reach, because that is when you fail. At least that is when I fail. If I'm hungry and I'm hitting the kitchen like a Tasmanian devil and one of my program foods is not there but something else is, something that has carbs, poof, the little devil goes to my shoulder and says, you can have one, you can have one, it'll be okay. And then before you know it, I've had too much. So, the fish wrapped, ready to go on the grill is a great idea, but I also like to have, you know, my pickled eggs. I showed you in the last video how to make them. Keep these available. The pickles themselves are good too. Kipper snacks, these are great for keto. Pumpkin seeds, walnuts. I'm running low on these. I gotta go get some more. And I'm gonna give a plug to this brand of protein powder by Biochem. Science by Nature. 100% vegan protein, keto friendly. This is the stuff that fills my belly, keeps me feeling full and satisfied, and gets me through the bigger portion of the day. So, I hope you enjoyed this video, found it informative. If this is the first time you've ever watched one of these, please consider subscribing. And if you are already a subscriber, I want to say thank you. You are such a good friend. You are so loyal. And with that, thank you, and we'll see you next time.